the people who are saying just ignore, well, not all of them. I mean, I don't want to paint with too broad a brush, but a lot of people who are saying just ignore them can just ignore them, right? And a lot of the people who are saying that this isn't an immediate threat, that, oh, well, look, it was only a couple hundred people in Charlottesville, what's the big deal, aren't the people who they're coming for. And we can even see in Nazi Germany, there was a book that I think a historian and a sociologist published a number of years ago called What We Knew. And it was based on surveys with people who lived through Nazi Germany. And the common understanding is that in Nazi Germany, if you did anything illegal at all, no matter who you were, you would be harshly punished. But what they found is that basically, if you were a mainstream white Protestant German, you could do just about anything and the Nazis wouldn't mess with you because they weren't focused on you. And so in that way, I think what it shows is that the poem, first they came for the socialists, then they came for the Jews. That's a powerful poem. But they're not always going to come for you if you're the dominant demographic. They're just not going to come for you. So you can't simply base the politics on, well, it's in my self-interest to protect people, because in many cases, they won't come for you. So if we think about the situation today, if you are an immigrant, if you're a Muslim, if you're a queer or trans person who is experiencing this abuse on a daily basis, many of the people, many of your neighbors may not care, even if they know about it. I mean, there are plenty of news articles about, it's the Southern Poverty Law Center has tallied all of the attacks, all of the terrible crap that's happened. So I want to juxtapose that with saying, of course, we should try to convince people that organizing against the far right is important. That has to be part of it, and plenty of people are doing that, right? And if you want to have a mass perspective of anti-fascism, that's certainly important. People are doing it. But to premise your organizing methods exclusively based on what the average Trump voter thinks, to me, is reversing the order of explanation. It has to work from how do we defend communities under attack, how do we protect people, how do we make sure that the advance of a fascist group from being a micro group to a medium-sized group to a large group, how do we prevent that from happening? And work in popular politics into that, work in community building into that, work in disseminating anti-racist propaganda. But I think the order of explanation is how I see it. And that I learned through speaking to these anti-fascists. Before that, I think I had a much more simplistic understanding of popular politics. And so that's part of what I've taken out of it.